Good morning and welcome back to FTV. It's Friday, May 7th, 2021. I'm Edward Otepka along with the rest of the FTV crew. A new study is drawing the most detailed picture yet of the SARS-CoV-2 infection in the lungs, revealing mechanisms that result in lethal COVID-19 and may explain long-term complications and show how COVID-19 differs from other infectious diseases. In COVID-19, there is expansion and uncontrolled activation of macrophages, including alveolar macrophages and monocyte-derived macrophages. Macrophages are highly specialized cells that work in the removal of dying or dead cells and cellular debris. But what happens with SARS-CoV-2 is that these cells become completely out of balance and allow inflammation to ramp up unchecked. This results in a vicious cycle, where more immune cells come in, causing even more inflammation, which ultimately damages the lung tissue. The overproduction then becomes a greater problem because the inflammation and damage from it runs out of control. But there are medicines to help tamp this down, and more studies will need to take place.
China launched the first model for its space station into orbit last week, but the mission launcher also reached orbit and it's slowly and unpredictably heading back to Earth. The Long March 5B, a variant of China's largest rocket, successfully launched the 22.5 metric ton model. The model separated from the core stage of the launcher directly entering its planned entire orbit. But where and when the new Long March 5B stage will land is impossible to predict. The launcher is the size of a 10-story building, and the decay of its orbit will increase as atmospheric drag brings it down into the more denser atmosphere. The high speed of the rocket body means it orbits the Earth roughly every 90 minutes, and so a change of just a few minutes in re-entry time results in re-entry point thousands of miles away. Nothing this large man-made has fallen to Earth. It could make for spectacular viewing as it burns into the ocean or on its way to Earth, or debris could fall to Earth and cause harm depending on where it lands. Its descent back to Earth will happen in the next few days, and because its trajectory is uncertain, it could hit anywhere between a little farther north than New York, Madrid, and Beijing, and as far south as southern Chile and Wellington, New Zealand. No one is certain because of the variables, but components from the March 5B made of heat-resistant materials, such as tanks and thrusters made of stainless steel or titanium, could reach the ground, like firing a bullet into the air with no exact details of where it will land.
Many psychologists use the word flourishing to describe a person's overall well-being, physical, mental, and emotional, which all feed on each other. In a pandemic, many people have understandably been doing the opposite of flourishing, languishing, or feeling stagnant with dulled emotions and motivation. But there are simple habits backed by science that can help you flourish. They include celebrating small movements in life, like a warm bath or hanging out with a friend, setting aside time once a week to reflect on the things you're grateful for, and volunteering, even a couple of hours a week. People think that in order to flourish, they need to do whatever their version of winning the Olympics is, or climbing a mountain, or having some epic experience. Adam Grant, a psychologist, said, "The reality is the opposite. Remember that May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Take the time to refresh and relax so that you can flourish."
Nice job to the cast and crew of Center Stage Follies for their opening night of Newsies. The play continues tonight and on Saturday at 2 and 7.
Well, that's all for today. So from me and everyone here at Falcon TV, have a great day.
And to all the mothers, have a very happy Mother's Day weekend.